solo.
And hello, welcome to solo playthroughs. Looking at that's wire. Okay, well, whatever. Where is it? Is what it is. There's like a little bit of the wire coming down, but it's not blocking my beautiful face. And if you disagree with that assessment, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. You're probably more right than me. Let's go. We're going to Farmingdale. This is the palate cleanser for another game, which I will not slander. Although most of you probably know what I'm talking about. But I've been long wanting to play this again since my last experience in a rather similar world. But this is by far the right game for me. Out of the two, hello, what's happening, Greg? Says Brian, otherwise known as Silverfear. Hello, sir. Thank you for the recommendation on Patreon earlier today. Eager to check that out. Brian had a recommendation about Baseball Highlights 2045 as a campaign game, and very intrigued. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to the table, but maybe as I'm watching some O's games, I can start a little Baseball Highlights 2045 season. Why not? Sounds fun. So I have done very little of the setup compared to what I normally do, but I got home from work. It was like, it's time to stream. I was supposed to potentially have a gaming early evening with some friends. That did not work out, and just kind of wasn't that upset about it. Been playing some Swarm recently, some Frosthaven. I did get Zeds to the table with a friend the other day. I was able to teach them. They had never played it. They were a big fan because, you know, it's freaking awesome. So that was helpful. And you'll see my organizational system. This game is a bit to get set up. There are a lot of unique pieces, so we'll have to kind of muddle through that together, but at least I get to talk to y'all because I miss you all. I used to talk to you so much more than I do now. Just the realities of life. So every once in a while I get messages, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. I'm great. I'm busy. I'm very, very busy. So the reality is I was probably less busy than I should have been for a long time, and now life is normalizing. So that is a thing that is happening, and I will be getting busier in upcoming months, so stay tuned for that. But when I can stream, I will stream, and I will be sticking to my faves, and this is definitely one of my faves to stay. Last time I streamed, it was a Spirit Island video. That was okay received. I don't know. There were some comments. Yeah, don't really love Nature Incarnate. Don't think I'm gonna really change my opinion on that, and so I probably will take a break from that for a little bit because just find myself whining too much, and if I'm annoyed by my own whining, I'm sure maybe I should probably a sign that I should just kind of let things go for a little bit. So here we are with Zeds. I do want to get Uprising back on the channel. Obviously want to get back to some Mage Knight. Too Many Bones made it to my table the other day with a friend, so that's a game I want to get back on the channel. So lots of things to look forward to in the upcoming months when I can stream. That is a big when. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. We're going to go closest out the furthest away. And then we'll get these are the heroic civilians. They can put them over here. Hooray, says Silver Fear. We don't need this necessarily. Don't need this. I don't know what the hooray is for, but I said a lot. Somewhere in my yammering warranted a solid emphatic hooray. So I am about that. So we get the super weapon components over here, the goodies marker, the VIP survivors, might not need you, might not need you. Alrighty then. And then there's a horse. A horse is a horse, of course. Unless, of course, something, something. The famous Mr. Ed nailed it. All right, let's go. Gonna roll a die. Where is my D8s? All right, here we go. I rolled a 1. Again, I'm gonna go further, closest to further out. There's 6 left. I rolled a 4. There's the number 4 in play. So we have 1, 3 left. So I really loaded up the suburbs. That's a 5. Out of the 5 remaining, it goes on St. Thomas. 6, 4. I have advertised this as the long solo game. I think I'm going to actually do, these are both 2s left. I think I'm going to do the epic. Yeah, I think I'm doing epic. Why not? Because I'm glad to not, I just don't want to deal with the, I do like the pressure events. I think that's a fun way to play solo. I have played this enough with friends in the last few months that I think I don't want to deal with the pressure events. It's just kind of less rules overhead and more random crazy garbage that can happen. So we're just going to do epic solo, which I'm not sure I've ever won on the game, on the channel. I've definitely have this bad habit of losing either very quickly or on my very last turn. So I can't remember the last time I've actually won this on the channel. It might have been a little bit, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm still a winner in my wife's heart. At least that's what she tells me. So we have, this is for those guys. We have the ammo starts at 0, action thing. We might not need you. We have some reminder tokens. Supplies, civilian leader, might not need. Well armed, we might not need. All of our villagers start as defiant. Maybe like civilians, not so. Our civilians are defiant. So do our villagers, for that matter. Remember, villagers become refugees when they get kicked out of their home, which is known to happen. Candy corns is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will take. Yeah, I'll put them in this and put that on the board so we can keep track of that. I think I usually put that up there. We have our health markers. Might not need you, might not need you. Infection track, might not need you. And this is for the truck. Do. Great, I'll put you all in here. All right, epic solo. We'll set up the research deck first. We have to have 7 early research cards. So here we have the early research cards. We're going to be 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We have the 5 late research cards that have the exclamation point. It's a tough word. We have the other 7. 2 of these are to get randomly thrown in. They can make quite a bit of difference to your experience here. So I will randomize that. That's a 3 and a 3. Those are out. I will shuffle these 7 together. Oh, Brian just clarified just that I liked his suggestion. I always like your suggestions. I like too many suggestions, I think, is the problem, which is how I ended up with as many games as I have, which is, nah, I guess there are worse problems. It made a lot more sense when I had a lot more time to play, apparently. What? Oh my gosh. Keep rolling 6s. There you go. There's only 4 cards left in my hand. Here we go. 3, 4, and bam. Bam. But yeah, part of the busyness for me lately is I am trying to paint up my new Primal collection, which I am very excited to dig into that game. And I am also watching a fair amount of baseball. So it is, 'tis the season. So fortunately, painting Primal collection and watching baseball is, those are 2 activities that go very well together. So it's not like they're double timing me, which is good. So we're going to set up our event deck. Well, we have our fate deck over here. Let me just give that a good shuffle. Make sure I put all the bad cards on top just to make this super fun. Fate cards. And the last game I played was very much not a super weapon game. with my friend Charlie. Super weapon indeed could have come in handy. Put the fate cards there, and now the event decks. So we have our end cards. There are 7 if you have all of the content. Rolling a die to randomize that. We're taking number 4, and the those are out. We have chapter 3. Oh, what did I do? Chapter 2. Am I missing some event cards? No, these are all of them in my head. Chapter 2, National Guard card. So these got to get put back all jacked up. Good job, Greg. Good job. All right, those are chapter 2. Here's a special event for chapter 3 in the epic co-op. In the epic solo, we're gonna have all 3 of these guys in, and then the chapter 4 cards. Huh? I got an unknown user message from Microsoft Teams. I have no idea what that's about. We're getting probably spam, or maybe it's a Nigerian prince trying to give me gold and glamour. So we're gonna get 5 cards off of this deck. So these are the regular events. This goes out. We're gonna take these 3 cards and these 5 cards. I will randomize this chapter and none of the others, because again, how these last few cards come out is seriously important. So 1, 7, there's only, yep, there's good. 2, 3, nope. Nope. Wasting all my high rolls. 4, 2. All right. So this is 9 cards. The National Guard card goes right there as the 10th card from the bottom. And now we can set up the rest of our chapters. We have all of the chapter 3 cards here. We're going to use all 4, not spore. Although maybe they're spores. I don't know what kind of zombies these are. We're going to get 11 regular events. So the epic solo compared to the long solo really only adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. It's not actually a huge difference when you're already playing as many rounds as we are. Silver Fear, I've been getting Teams message spam nonstop lately. It's really bad. Addy Proddy, maybe Bill Gates is a Zeds fan. Oh, he is. How could he not be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's done. I'm gonna shuffle these together, so there should be 15 cards in my hand. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go. I don't know how I counted 1 too many, but that's fine. All right, 15. That's good. I get these 4. 11 from here. Throwing cards at myself. A couple games I have tried to learn in the last few days. Finally got Frostpunk to the table. Thanks again to Joey, a patron who sent that my way a while back. Hopefully we'll be have that up to speed enough to get that on the table. It is quite the beast. Like a lot of what it does, definitely gives me some Twom vibes without the the extreme amount of depressive content that Twom gives you. But it's really Twom's a great experience. Highly recommend it as a solo game. It was not a game that I kept in my collection due to the subject matter. It was a little bit too much for what I was looking for in my gaming experiences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need one more. So hopefully I'll be getting Frostpunk to the table soon. I've also tried to learn Bullet Heart. That is a quick, fast-paced little. You're making patterns with bullets and trying to defeat the solo mode. At least you're trying to defeat the boss. I guess there's a competitive mode too, where you basically can be throwing bullets at each other. So intrigued to see how that comes together after some more experiences with it. But it looks like a cool little game that does like the part of my brain that likes the patterns and stuff. I'm not a big like polyomino tile guy, or like I don't love like Tetris, like games that just like use Tetris like components. But for some reason, Bullet Heart, so far it does seem like it hits for me for what it is pretty well. The rule book's kind of egregious, but I find that with like Frostpunk too, like the lack of just the utter lack of player rates with some of these huge games, and the way like they try to like divvy up the roles in a way that just if you're playing solo now you just have like four like huge cards with a bunch of information that's redundant, and it's an interesting idea but just very poor execution. So I'm just kind of getting more frustrated with companies. Like at this point, there's just so many good examples of games that are done well as far as teaching that it's kind of inexcusable to me that games still make it so hard for you to learn the game and enjoy it from the first play on. But I think it's also a sign of like I have so many games I like love to play that it's like I just don't want to spend the hours it takes to really learn some of these games. When it's like, come on, just make this a little bit easier for me, please. All right, 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6. I review. This is the review. There are 6 Chapter 1 cards. There are 15 Chapter 2 cards, including 4 special events. There are 15 Chapter 3 cards, including 4 special events. Then we have the Hero, the National Guard Arrives card. And then we have 8 Chapter 4 cards, including 3 special events. And then, last but not least, we have the finale. Alrighty then. I'm going to get a D10 over here. We are going to roll this once to get our heroic civilian. I rolled a 5, and you just have to trust me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did call this Farmingdale Fury, so this is definitely a bit of Kismet. It's meant to be Furies, is the Farmingdale Furies in play. They are brawlers. They cannot make gunfire attacks. They are also tough. Each time they receive a hit, they roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, they receive that hit normally. On a 4, 5, or 6, the hit is canceled. So a nice little hand-to-hand combat-oriented special heroic civilian at our service. So hello, Farmingdale Furies. That is pretty funny. I promise that was not. This is totally legit. And I called this Farmingdale Fury just as like a kind of a nod to them. And indeed, here they are. All right, I'm going to roll a die. Well, I'm going to go from the top 10 or the bottom 11, because there are 21 of these. I rolled a 2, so we're doing the top 10. I'm going to roll a D10 again. I rolled an 8. Again, I randomized all 4 of my heroes. I have been told that is wrong, and I'm going to keep doing it because I'm stubborn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is Otto Sarge Hauser. I guess we're going to go all in on the brawling today. Otto Sarge Hauser has a lot of abilities. He's forwards. He receives +1 to all forwards die rolls. Replacements. When in town center, as an action, he can spend 1 ammo or remove 1 hit from any regular civilian's unit that is not in the hospital. Drill instructor, as an action, train a regular civilian's unit on or adjacent to his space. If it has a defiant marker, remove that marker, place a train marker on the unit until eliminated. Trained units receive +2 strength. Tough, each time it receives a hit. Roll the die. On a 1, 2, or 3, he suffers a hit normally. On a 4, 5, or 6, that hit is canceled. And then there is something for a competitive game, which again, no one plays this game competitive. I'm going to roll a D10. And the one time I'm going to say that, someone's going to be like, I play it competitively. And I'm like, oh, you're the one. You're the guy I've been waiting for. All right. D20. I rolled a 13. So I'm going to count backwards, see if I can pull this one off. Counting backwards. New skills, kids. 20, 19, 18, 17. I'm really struggling. 16, 15, 14, 13, Mr. Johnson! Oh, since I'm getting Mr. Johnson, let me do this now. I'm going to set up my starting resources. I'm going to roll 2 dice. I rolled a 10. I get 10 supplies, and I get 2 bullets, 6 minus 4. Additionally, I'm going to get +3 ammo, so I get 5 bullets and 2 more supplies because Mr. Johnson is ready for everything. He is a scavenger, people. So different abilities. So again, stockpiles when he enters play. You immediately gain +2 supplies and +3 ammo, including when he is selected during setup. He's a scavenger. He rolls 2 dice when conducting a forward action. Heavy weapons. His gunfire attacks receive 2 shift to the right. Practical medicine as an action, perform a heal action on any unit on or adjacent to a space, including himself, at the cost of 1 supply. And then traps. When a Zeds unit or Zeds mob enters his space, he may roll a die. On a 1, 2, or 3, conduct a normal hand-to-hand combat, including infection going up, etc. 4, 5, or 6, that Zeds unit mob takes 1 hit, and Mr. Johnson withdraws. All right, we have 19 left. I roll a die. It's a 4. We'll count from the top because counting backwards from 19 all the way to 4 is too much. So we have Wilson the Hermit, Alyssa Darling, Mrs. May Hauser, and Rusty Stubb. Number 4. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Zeds. All right, Rusty Stubb is a civic dude, so again, might not looking like another game where we are not going to be doing any super weapon unless I get a scientist on my last roll here. So at least not to start the game. Survivalist, when he does a forage action, gain 1 supply in addition to the results. So all these dudes can forage, that is for sure. Crossbow armed, his first gunfire attack each turn costs 0 ammo. It still costs 1 action. Lucky, when Staub makes a saving roll, he can roll 2 dice and choose a better outcome. And rugged, Staub gets a rugged roll each time he receives a hit. On a 1, 2, 3, or 4, he suffers that hit normally. On a 5 or a 6, that hit is cancelled. And finally, his hand-to-hand strength increases to 5, and gunfire strength decreases to 2 when he is wounded. All right, that's done. Finally, we have 18 left. I rolled a 17. We'll count from the bottom this time, and it's Professor G. That's awesome. All right, Professor G's in the house. Science can be moved into a hospital staff office or laboratory space. Bioengineering PhD. She receives +1 to her research die rolls. She can also attain a 4th super weapon component. The Mother of Invention. Once per action phase, she may spend her Mother of Invention action marker to gain 1 additional event action by increasing infection by 3. Place the Mother of Invention marker on this card to keep track of when you have used this ability. Epidemiology subspecialty. While the G is in the hospital staff office, every heal action there causes -2 instead of the usual 1 infection, minus infection, and decontamination. Once a super weapon is discovered, when she restores order, it causes -2 infection instead of the normal +1. What a group! I like it. All right, let's get our dudes out here. We do need to get Mother of Invention. We have that little marker here. We have our 1-player action marker. Again, we are not playing with co-op rules, which will be super nice. And a G, hello. We do have the rumors and rails, so we have our little trains in place here. This, remember, when a refugee unit goes to the refugee camp, they tell us rumors. I'm gonna, clearly not be able to get any of those and keep trying, because that's how I play this game. It's fun. We're all good. Silver versus sounds fun. I picked up Welcome to the Moon, Honey Buzz, The Last Lighthouse, and a few small print and play games. Played in hand. Too many to play regularly, no doubt. Michael says, woof woof, I feel a dog. And Matt Leffy says Rusty Staub was the first baseman for the Montreal Expos and New York Mets. Hi all. Yeah, dude. All of the characters in Zeds, for those who don't know, are paying homage to former Mets. So, you have Mr. Johnson for Howard Johnson, Professor G. I forget Haji's first name, but he was a pitcher, I believe, for the Mets. Hauser was definitely a Met player. Mayor Hernandez for Keith Hernandez. Kingpin was a Met. Doc Severs for Doc Gooden. Special Agent Wrights for David Wright. Big Wheels Carters for Gary Carter. Deputy Schmidt, not sure I know that one. Piazza is for Captain for Mike Piazza. Pickles, obviously, for a rundown in baseball. Zeno Jones, don't know that one. El Toro Loco, don't know that one. General Lee, forget. Alyssa Darling's for Ron Darling. Wilson the Hermits for Mookie Wilson. So yeah, like a lot of like 80s and 70s Mets, for sure. So some good times there. All right. Let's make the magic happen, kids. I think we are set up. There is nothing left to do. Let's do it. Event card number 1. Heroic civilians arrives. Hell's yeah. What a start, kids. What a freaking start. All right, 4R, Rangers, Raiders, refugees, rescuers. Oh, we're not done. I lied. This is me being a big liar. We got to put regular Zeds units on each start space. Why are you such a liar, Greg? There's a 4. There's a 4. And up here, oops, there's some string preventing me from pulling my hand out. Here you go. There's a 4. Doc Severs would be a combo of Doc Good and the Tom Severs, right? Oh yeah, right. I actually saw Tom Severs pitch back in 1986. That's a 5. Yeah, I grew up in a Mets household and then kind of stopped following sports for a minute. And then after college, moved to Baltimore, which is why I'm a rabid Orioles fan. Drew says impressive Mets knowledge, which came first for you, sir. Board games or baseball? Definitely baseball. I mean, I grew up in a board game family, but we didn't play we played like the normal family stuff. All right, so we got a 4, a 4, a 5, a 4, and a 2. This is great. What a start. This is going way too well. This is no way this is going to end well. All right, so Raiders, Rangers, refugees, rescuers. Again, we can use a 4R activation to move one of our trains. And I would like to move Sarge up to the farm. When the train enters the farm, what happens? We get food. Yummy yum. We go up to 5. That will work. So, infection. Our infection's at a 0. I'm not going to bother rolling. I will get a... Oh! I will dump a bunch of dice on my ground. That's fun. I will pick that up later. I just do want to get something to roll into. That's all I was trying to do. That's not going to make me happy. Where am I going to put this? How about I do this? I can kind of only use this anyway. Oh, that's nice. And then I could roll into here. Look at this. Trying something new, kids. If I get a bunch of more cards down here, that will be a good problem to have. I will adjust things accordingly then. All right. So, we have put this up here, this up here. Just trying to maximize space because things have a way, especially when I get the hold for later cards, assuming I get any of those, all right. Eating, I don't have to worry about eating. No one's in the hospital. I don't have anybody in the refugee camp. Zeds are activating on 2 tracks. They're activating on the diamond track. The Chromo Technics Lab becomes Zeds controlled. There's our first candy corn. And they're activating on the highway track. Bam! That's where they go. We got 2 event actions, which is fantabulous. At the beginning of this phase, place a new random heroic civilian unit in town center. We have 8 of those left. I really do have dice all over my floor right now, which is a little bit tilting, but I'm going to overcome for you all. Woof. Great. Rolling a D8, I rolled a 4, so we have Savior Corps, Clarion Courier, Checkmates, and the FD-129 auxiliaries in the house. Alrighty then, move this over. The abilities, Fire Hoses. As an action, roll 2 dice to attempt to push back 1 Zed unit from an adjacent space. If that Zed unit's strength is less than or equal to the roll, it is forced to retreat 1 space. Fire Axe Train. This unit receives a shift of 1 in all hand-to-hand combat. Nice. And then Civic Authority. Once per action phase, this unit may spend its Civic Authority action marker when it is on or adjacent to a village space to release 1 unit in that village. It can remove the Defiant marker from the regular civilians unit in that space, or flip a villager's unit to its refugee side. It remains in place but can start moving in the usual ways. Civic Authority marker. Bam! There we go. Can move 4. Everything here can move 4 when it moves, which is also good to note, except regular civilians only can move 2. All right, so that's done. 2 event actions. We can do 3 actions total. We also have the Civic Authority action. And I should get my heroic civilians on the board. They're like, hey, Hey, we're not really in the game yet. There we go. All right, that's done. That's how they all talk. It's a weird place, Farmingdale. And we can make the magic happen. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could take the train down there. Don't waste for the infection now. I do want to start using the civic authority stuff. Start moving these dudes. Ooh, I could do that. All right, I'm going to spend Mother Invention to gain an event action and increase the infection by 3. Then I'm going to use this player action to move this train with this player. You can move 2 player units if you want. I'm just going to move the 1 and move them down this track, which is going to reduce that infection level. And now we're here. I'm going to use Civic Authority to flip this villagers unit into the refugee side so they can start moving in, because sometimes they get stuck because there might not be contact there for a minute. So something I like to do. When we have the FD 129 auxiliaries, I have 3 event actions now. I'm going to, as an action, I'm going to use 1 action to train a regular civilians unit in an adjacent space, so they are now trained. They get +2 strength, so they're now a 4 instead of just a 2. So that could be super helpful. And what's going on here? Oh, this should be here. Sorry about that. Everything else looks right. That could be a little hairy, but I think it might be time. So I really just want to. I could build. That's not crazy. That's not crazy. Yeah, we will. He's got that. Trying to think which of these 2 I want to get out. Start just building my my barricades. Life is a power. I'll move Professor G into the laboratory. I think that makes sense. And why don't we try to get the super weapon? Because if a G is in the game, that is the name of the game. So we're going to use an action, roll a die. I need a 2, 3, 4, 5, or a 6. I rolled a 5. Early research card number 1. Coming off, look, a distraction. While this is the current research card, your regular civilians units can suffer 1 hit and then retreat if they survive to prevent adjacent Zeds units from advancing. This cannot be used to prevent the placement of new Zeds units. Curious, stupid onlookers playing versions of childhood games such as Tag, Red Rover, and Keep Away were found to attract the attention of the Zeds for short durations. Of course, the stalling of a group of Zeds by fools playing with danger rarely ended well, usually in a panic. Remember, G gets +1 in all her die rolls in researching. So you can only research once a turn, at least doing it as an action. There are other ways you can flip over cards. That does not count against the once a turn that you can successfully research. Mike James, Mr. Greg, great to see you. Hope you're well. Just got home from work. Thanks. The work thing. I wanted to say hi. Hope to catch you later. Good luck. Thank you, sir. All right, this is going swimmingly well. This card has done. At the we're going to go to the housekeeping phase. We're going to flip you, flip you, flip you. No order to restore, so don't need to worry about that for a minute. And that card goes out. We go to the second round. Heroic Civilian. Now, that would be too easy. Rule number 7, cardio. So, Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers, I'm going to use that R activation to move this unit in. Let's try to get a rumor out early. We are now going to do infection. The infection is at a 0. Eat, I have to spend 1. Mandatory. So we go to the Zeds phase. At the beginning of this phase, place a new Zeds unit. My eyesight is going. The new Zeds unit on an empty start space of your choice. So it has to go on the tunnel track or the highway track. And I believe the tunnel track is going to win. On an empty start space of the track of your choice. It does not say above ground, so I can do this. We have a 5 there. Otherwise, as impossible, that's good. If and when a Zed unit enters a space occupied by any civilian's unit or hero unit this turn, you may freely retreat that unit instead of engaging in hand-to-hand combat. Alrighty then. That might be something I want to do. No, I don't know. Let's do hand-to-hand combat. So we're activating the suburbs track twice. We activate it once, and we move again. We activate it again. The infection level goes up. I am doing hand-to-hand combat. It's a 4 against a 4, but we do have a terrain shift. This defiant marker goes away. That terrain shift makes it a so instead of equal to, it is now human advantage. I rolled a 7 with human advantage. That's 2 hits, 1 hit, and that is all. And the Zed unit is forced to retreat. Part of me might have wanted to let him just take over East Iraq. I was just, I don't know. I do like getting East Iraq with the candy corn on it early because you just don't want a fate card to come out that puts someone at the closest town space. So then you have something in Beauville that's really close. But I don't know. I just feel like a 4 to a 4 makes sense to get some damage on that guy while we had the terrain shift. There was a Zed's pressure event for movement, which again we are ignoring. We are not playing with the pressure events. We go to the event part. What are we doing? The event phase. What's it called? Infection phase, eat phase, Zeds phase, action phase. That's right. So we're done with the Zeds phase. We go to the action phase. We get 1 event action. That is not enough event actions for my taste. Look at distraction. No. Don't love it. I will use my civic authority. I could try to load this train and bring these guys in too. It's not crazy. But if this... We do have the advantage there. I can make them not defiant, which also seems like not the craziest idea. It's really with the 4R phase, I'm trying to get those in. That's my first priority. Fine, I'll just remove this defiant marker because I can. I'm going to continue to try to research. Sorry, wrong thing. I need a 4, 5, or 6, or 3, 4, 5, or 6 because of a G. I rolled a 2. That sucked. We're going to go again. 3, 4, 5, or 6. I rolled a 1. Whoo! Do I want to up that with Mother of Invention? I don't think I want to start messing with this infection level right now, so we're just going to have a complete waste of a round, which sucks. So that readies, this goes away. Not the greatest of rounds. We were due, I tell you. All right, we're going to go to the next event. This is event number 3 in chapter 1. Fortune favors the prepared. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers, 4R1. We're going to move them. We have to roll for infection. It's only a 1. We're good. Eat 1. Zeds phase. Activate the highway track and any one other track. I think I might do suburbs again because get him back on the train. We can heal him up. If you put the refugees in there, though, they can only fit the refugees. So the trains can hold 2 player units or 1 refugees unit. It's a thing. So the highway track is going to go up. That goes the infection to go up. We lose this defiant marker. It's a 4 to a 3, which is that's the advantage. But then the terrain shift makes it an equal to. We're rolling 2 dice. Go big! A 10. That's what I'm talking about. 3 damage to the Zeds unit, 1 damage to the player unit. Big, big roll. That could come. It's a nice roll early for sure. And 1 other track. I kind of do want to flip this dude, so we're going to go here. This goes up. It is human advantage. 10 again, please, or a 7. All right, we're good with 7. So 2, 1 remainder, 1 damage. That flips him. And that is fine. Infection levels at a 3. Event action phase gets 1. At the beginning of this phase, we do a pressure event, except we don't. Then each hero and heroic civilians unit in a namespace may conduct 1 free forage action. So we'll go line by line. We have a heroic civilian there in the university. They're doing a free forage action. We rolled a 6. Any namespace, we always get a bullet. Nice. We have on this track, Otto is in a namespace. He's rolling. He's in the farm. He rolls a 5. We have to get 1 supply. No one's over here. No one's over here. Oh, no one's over here. No one's over here. Now we have in here, we have the 2 heroes and 1. The laboratory I don't think counts as any namespace, if I'm not mistaken. So we have 3 rolls there. Remember, Johnson rolls 2 for his forage action. So we get a 5 and a 6. Great. That's a town or town space. I can take a bullet or a supply. I'll take a bullet. Rusty Staub is foraging. We always get a supply, plus he rolled a 4, so we get 2 supplies. And the Farmingdale Furies are going to roll. They rolled a 4. We get another supply. And I'm pretty sure laboratory does not count as a namespace. But it has a name. I know. It's weird. So that's done. We're going to go whole hog on research. I rolled a 5. There we go. Research successful. Thank you, Professor G. Turn down the loud music. Immediately retreat 1 Zeds unit. Immediately retreat the Zeds unit in any 1 space. Nah. Okay. Boop. I guess. I don't know. I could do boop. And then the 5 comes forward first. Yeah, that's probably makes a little more sense. Alright, perhaps the Zeds have more brains than we thought. Apparently great amplified punk metal music shook their bodies so much they retreated away from a nearby fundraising concert. Scientists are now curiously looking into sound weapons. Bam! Alright, 1 more action. And Hauser, I do want to get him around the board. Could bring him down here. Don't love risking this guy. It's a 5 or 6, that's 2 damage. I think I move him in. Yeah, I'm going to use my last action, and we're going to just abandon ship on East Iraq. And hope we don't get another double suburbs movement. I don't think there's another Chapter 1 card that does double suburbs movement, so we shall see. But that is that. Mother Invention we're not doing. That's the end of the round. That is the 3rd event card. Bam! 4th event. What's up? We're rolling now. Ah! Spoke too soon. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers, 4R. So you can only move this guy 1, so he's close to getting in. And I can now flip a train. Probably does make sense to get Otto back home. I wanted him to keep training people, so we're going to use the second 4-hour activation to just flip this guy. Alright, because it looks like forest track will be okay for a minute. Infection, I have to roll higher than a 3. I rolled a 6. Eat, I have to roll higher than a 0. I think we're good. Zeds, at the beginning of this phase, make a fate draw. First fate card of the game is Major Malfunction. Remove 1 super weapon component if you have discovered a super weapon. Otherwise, add 1 random early research card. Just taking the one from the top of the deck over here. Or activate the track. Ooh. Or activate the track with the fewest Zeds. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Um, Activate the track with the view is Zeds. Your choice if tied. Forest track is activating. Highway track is activating. So we do the plot twist later. So I have to make a fate draw, place the Noel standee on the start space of the fated track. Fated track is the forest. Ooh, definitely. Oh, that's bad. Woof. All right, where's Noel? Do I need to take her off her standee? No, it's whatever. I'll do it. Fine. Noel. There she is. She's the worst. Uh, I'll use a reminder token over here because again, if she's not on the start space, infection goes up once every infection phase. So we do need to kill her soon. Oh, there's no 2 Zeds there. All right, that's fine. No, it's not fine. It's annoying as annoying as all get out, but we will make it work. So, what are we gonna do? We are going to activate the highway track. This goes in, this goes up. It's a 3 to a 2, which is human advantage. We have a terrain shift, so it's human times 2. Booyah! That's a 6. So 2 damage, 1 damage. Back up. We activate the forest track. Noel is unfortunately off the. Oh, we have to do the plot twist. I'm going to activate the track with the fewest units. I'm going to activate suburbs, and that means the villagers slip over to fleeing and go there. And it also means we put a candy corn here. And again, it's just safer that way in case we have an infection outbreak. I don't want things popping into Beauville because woof. So that is that. So first fate card draw, and it was a play this card, not a hold for later. Not good. So we have to kill Noelle because she sucks. You heard it here first. So everything was activated. We have 1 event action. We have some heal abilities with Mr. Johnson. Could heal this 4 back up. I also want to get stars down there to beef both those guys up. I also haven't put out any barricades out, which is a thing. So much to consider. Oh my god. Alrighty then, we are gonna research because we have a G in the game, and that's what we do. I need a 4, 5, or 6. I rolled a 1. Woof. I'm going again. Need a 4, 5, or 6. I rolled a 4. G. Don't show off. Booyah. Rumors of Hope. This is your current research card. Add +1 to all your saving rolls. The desperate denizens departing their doomed domiciles dance delightedly when doctors distributed deviant dispatches drenched in deceit of desirous deeds done as dubious doubters demurred. This done deal was done deliberately to deceive dumb domestics dramatically dying daily. Done. Say that 10 times fast. All right, that's the end of the round. Not much happening, but it was fun. This goes away. Noelle's in the game, and that makes me want to cry a little bit, but hopefully she doesn't last long. Let's get to event number 5. Infected water supply. Raiders, rangers, refugees, rescuers. We have a rumor, kids. Woo! So they're going to go into the refugee camp. Infection level goes up 1 because that's what happens. And when a rumor happens, we draw a fate card to determine the location of that rumor. Second fate card, it is fewest Zeds units. And it's a hold for later. It makes me happy. All right, draw a fate card, place a randomly drawn face down rumor chit on the space with the strongest Zeds unit on the mob track. Fewest Zeds units. So we could choose many places. Wolf. I don't want to restore order there. That sucks. Oh, actually, if it had been the tunnel track, it would ignore it, or the mountain track, it would have ignored it. So I had a 3 out of 5 chance. Great. I guess I am going to restore order to get this rumor. That doesn't make me happy. I could put it on a highway space. He's got 1 health left. That's dangerous. Gunfire of attack, but 2 is not enough. What's activating? The forest track and the mountain track are activating this turn. I could getting 2 event actions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Yeah, I think I put it here. And that's fine. Farmingdale's most conscientious custodian can sometimes be seen wandering around with nothing but a broom, mumbling, "Why me?" under his breath. Play at any time to remove 2 chaos markers. Do not increase infection. I'll put that card right there. All right, infection level. At the beginning of this phase, because Noel is not at the start space, this goes up to a 6. I need to roll higher than a 6. I rolled a 4. Oh my god. So 6 comes down to a 2. We are putting a regular Zeds. We have an outbreak. Where are we putting the regular Zeds? We're putting it on the space with the least chaos. That's interesting. That does appear to be the mountain track. Highway track is not activating. I think but it has 1 chaos. Mountain track has 0 chaos. Highway track has 0 chaos. Yeah, woof. None of that's great. I want that rumor, but I have to deal with Noel, so I don't want to make that more complicated. So we're going to put this on the mountain track. It's a 6er. It comes in here. The mountain track's activating, though. That's bad, because that could absolutely kill my trespassers. Highway track's bad. Woof. Woof to all of this. Oh, but wait, no further movement is allowed on the mountain track for the rest of this turn. Re-roll it for each Zeds unit on the mountain track. But not in its start space. This could be really dangerous. So yeah, not gonna mess with that. Oh god, that's really bad too. None of this is what I want to do. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That could work. Oh, what a mess. Hmm. Yeah, I think the mountain track still makes some sense. It's gotta be the mountain track. I hate it. I hate all of it. Because the fact that turns it on for means he might not move, means I think that makes the most sense. So infection level goes up. We have a hand-to-hand combat. It is a 6 to a 2. That's great. So that's Zeds times 3. But terrain shift makes it a Zeds times 2. So you're saying there's a chance. I need a 10 or higher. A 9. So close. So 1 damage to the Zed, 2 damage to me. The defiant guy goes away. This comes here. Now we do the plot twist. No further movement is allowed. We have to roll a die for each Zed's unit on the mountain track. I rolled a 2. It is one space closer to town center. That is the worst. So that comes in. This goes up. It is a Zeds times 2 again for the same math. I need a 10 or higher. I rolled a 2. This unit's dead. Not doing a saving roll. These guys were devoured. This goes up 2. I am doing a saving roll. I save them. This goes up again because they go to the hospital. No, I'm sorry. This goes down. It just stays. They just go to the hospital with the EKG marker. Is effectively what happens. So I was down to 2, had a combat. It went up. They were devoured the refugees. I did a saving roll. No, sorry. It went up to 3 because of the combat. Got swept 1 space closer. It went up to 4. They devoured the refugees, and I did save the refugees. We're going to get them into the refugee camp, which is fine. That goes there with the candy corn, and now no more movement on the mountain track. Mountain track is becoming a bit of a problem. All right, so that was just the infection phase. Eat phase, I need higher than a 2. I rolled a 5, that's good. Zeds phase, the beginning of this phase, roll a die. And apply that many total losses in any combination of supply losses or hits to player units. I rolled a 2, I will lose 2 food because I have a lot of it so far. Or hits to player units, yeah, don't feel like hitting any player units, we're good. We are now going to go to the rest of the Zeds phase. We're activating the mountain track. Nope. There is no more movement on the mountain track. That's why that card's there. Activating the forest track. Bam. 1 any other. 2. Just looking. Yeah, I've done all the. One combat. Yeah. I'm just making sure I've did everything I was supposed to do with the movement. This moved, I moved it back. Yeah, that's right. All right, cool. So we go to the event phase. I have 2 event actions. Or sorry, the action phase. I have 2 event actions. I'm going to flip this, move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip this. Do one of these actions. 1, 2, 3. We have a hand-to-hand. This goes up. It is a human times 3. I rolled a 6. That would be 1 damage. I'm tough, though. I cancel it. This guy's dead, and I will get a rumor next turn, barring something super unusual. It goes back in there. I have 1 more action. We are clearly going to try to research. I need a 3, 4, 5, or 6. I rolled a 4. Bam. Oh, I had +1 on my saving roll, too, which is nice. Do I want to bring that refugee unit in yet? Not really. Not because it only would come out in 2 of the locations. So I'm going to leave the refugees there, and I'll bring them in later when I want to get a rumor. We heard you were dead. You may immediately retrieve 1 unit from the cemetery and place it in town center, having 1 hit remaining. Okay, there you go. To be nice fodder for later. Bad news and rumors of bad news swept among the gossip groups of Farmingdale with amazing velocity. Any loved one unaccounted for was rumored to be eaten or worse, but occasionally those among the lost would eventually turn up, worse for wear, but very much still alive. Nice. Here we go. Marcel, hi, greetings from Germany. Hello. I want to the the dumb, ignorant American part of my brain just won't get bonjour out of my head, so I'm just like not even gonna try to remember what hello is in German because my brain is not functioning. I'm getting dumber as I age. All right, end of the round. So no further allowed for the movement for the rest of this turn. That turn is over. That goes away. This is over. That goes away. We have 1 more chapter 1 event. We're going to refresh this. We are not restoring order. And we move on. Done. Bam. Well-armed civilians. Raiders, rangers, refugees, rescuers, 0. Infection. This goes up because we have an infection phase, but we don't have to do anything with it. Eat. We have to eat exactly 1. Holy cow. What is happening? Zeds phase, the forest track is activating and the mountain track is activating. So the forest track goes first. This goes in. This goes up. It's up to a 9. Holy, this is nuts. It is a 7 to a 4, and we have a terrain shift. So it becomes an equal to. This is a good time for a big roll. A 12! Whoa! That's what I'm talking about. All right. So we do 3 damage. Remember, I cannot do damage to Noelle Hellraiser until everything she's with is defeated, and I take 0 damage. That is what I'm talking about. Clean living, kids. That's done. We're going to now activate the mountain track. This guy comes in, this guy goes up. Mountain track looks like a holy mess and a way I don't love. And finally, we are going to go to the action phase. To begin this phase, place the well-armed marker on any regular civilians unit in play. Well, I kind of want to give this to the trained one, but that feels like short-term thinking. So I'm going to go here. Otto needs to get back and start training more of these civilian units is what he needs to do. But we're a little little focused on getting the super weapon out first, I think. So that happens. I put it on the 4 because I'm going to eventually heal that with Mr. Johnson as I get actions. Blah blah. It has +1 in all hand-to-hand and gunfire attacks. Great. 2 event actions. Let's go. All right. How much of this deck are we getting through? Oof, not enough. So we still got 3 more early research cards. Yikes. We are quite a ways away, kid. 3 actions is nice though. I like it. Yeah, staying in the campground seems like a mistake. I do want to get Noelle. 4, 5 to 4, 5 to 5. Ugh, Noelle is so annoying. It's crazy that's the same math. All right. There's a lot I want to do. Start reducing infection too. Oh, there we go. Rumors. So we reveal this for free before anything else occurs at the beginning of the next action phase. Here we go. All right, and we got the Zeds Siren. The unit carrying the ship can spend an action and roll 2 dice to attempt to push back 1 Zed unit from 1 adjacent space. If that Zed unit is, so it's basically, if the central dice result was also a natural double, remove that Zed unit from play instead. Wow, that's nuts. So our Farmingdale Furies now have the Zed Siren. I'll put that on their card. 1 less little token to be moving about. I think I'll remember that. Great. So now we have some things. This guy's still defiant. This guy is fleeing. This is pretty protected. I have to get Noelle off the board. So what? So what? I also want to keep researching. So I'm going to spend an action. I need a 4, 5, or a 6. That's a 3. I'm spending an action 4, 5, or 6. That's a 6. Alrighty then. We get the Sasha Brooks Volunteers. No special event occurs. Next research a 3, 4, 5, or 6. At first, peeved that her classrooms were taken over by the DPC, Sasha Brooks, who chairs the high school science department, at last acquiesced and began contributing the benefit of her observations. She soon started to greatly annoy the other scientists, however, and was asked to leave. Yep, bye Sasha, you're annoying, go away. We are going to now do a gunfire attack of a 4, spending an ammo, and rolling 2 dice, and rolling with our trained civilians up there in the farm. Bam, we rolled a 12 again. Wow, that's just clean living, kids. This dude is super dead, and now we can hopefully take out Noah Hellraiser. She does have saving rolls, which makes her super duper annoying. Super duper, that's right. You heard it here first. That is the end of that round. And now we go to chapter 2. Number 15 cards, 4 of them are special events, and special events suck. So let's make it happen, kids. It's a special event. Yikes. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers, 0. Infection? No, but it does go up. Why? Because it's an infection phase and Noelle is not on the start space where she belongs. At the end of the infection phase, immediately place this on 13. Great. And construct an unchecked outbreak. There are 2 Zeds events, which we can ignore, pressure events, which we can ignore. Then there's versus game instructions, which we can also ignore. So, rolling 2 dice. Oh, I rolled a whopping 4. That's great. We're drawing a fate card and getting a Super Zeds. The Super Zeds is coming out where? Oh, it's another play this card now. Awesome. We get a Super Zeds in the tunnel. Super Zeds in the tunnel goes to the closest space with the Chaos marker, which is a Chromotechnics lab, and we have the Zedhemoths, right? Is that who you are? That is who you are. Great. Plot twist. Play this card now. Roll a die to determine which tunnel space caves in. Bam. I rolled number 3. Tunnel number 3 is now caved in. No units can enter this space for the remainder of this turn. Use no entry marker as a reminder. Any unit on that space suffers a hit and escapes. There are no units in that space. That is fine. That's done. So 3 play discards and 1 hold for later, which isn't all that useful. What a game this is turning out to be. All right, that is a player action, which we get back. Eat phase, nothing. We have to activate the highway track. There is no unit on the highway track, so we will randomly pull one as the activation on that track. Bam, it's a 5. And we activate the mountain track. This comes in, campground. That track is looking ugly. And we have to activate the tunnel track. So there, 5 and 2. Remember, the tunnel track has different rules. You can only have 1 thing in every space as opposed to 2. And then the catacombs are kind of a free-for-all with all these special rules as well. When we get there, we will start doing that. Action. Event action 1. Man. I really want to keep researching, but oof. At some point, I need to deal with this. I need to start putting out I need to start putting out barricades. I've gotten no new civilians. I want to train no new heroes. I want to train some civilians. A lot of competing interests, but I've really just don't know how I don't get the super weapon out. I think I can reclaim the mountain track eventually. The rest of these tracks look pretty good. I don't love the Furies where they are, but spending an action just to move them back is really gross. I have not had a lot of actions. I haven't gotten like the 3 or 4 action cards. It's all been 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, which is rough. We have 1 rumor. You can pretty safely get another rumor out now. The only track that'd be bad is the universe is the highway track. I do want to kill Noelle, but I kind of feel like I can just let her come to me at this point. I rolled 2 12s. That's amazing. All right. Super weapon. 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Wasted a 6. There we go. Research stalled. No special event occurs. No matter how many things might be going right, sometimes research hits a brick wall and it takes a little something extra to get over it, under or around the problems. The sacrifices must be made. Perhaps a promising breakthrough is just ahead. I need to spend a resource and roll a 4, 5, or 6 next turn. Woof. Is what I have to say to that. I have 1 action left. Not going to try to kill Noelle. I think I back up the Furies to here. It just makes too much sense not to. So 1 special event is out. We have 3 more special events and 11 regular events. So next chapter in chapter 2, this comes down. Booyah. What is it? The Suburbs Night Assault. Not terrible. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. Nothing. Infection. This goes up. I need to roll higher than a 10. Shockingly, didn't work. I roll an 8. This goes down from a 10 to a 2. I make a fate draw. We're getting a regular Zeds unit where? Bam, we're getting a regular Zeds unit in the mountain. In the closest, woof, that's rough. In the closest chaos controlled, or Zeds, the closest space to the chaos marker, which is the campground. So this goes here. It's a 9er. Yikes. We have another play this card, so that's 4 out of 5 cards that have been shitty. All refugees units, including VIP survivors, must retreat 1 space away from town center if they enter a space with a unit. Damn it. Oh, that's so gross. That's horrible. I haven't had 4 R's with numbers in like 3 cards. I'm getting very unlucky with these events, man. That sucks. So we place the Zeds unit. Plot twist now. This has to back up. He's immediately devoured. This goes up to saving roll. 4, 5, or 6, please. Nope. They are dead. Absolutely dead skis. Woof, woof, and woof. Well, you know, the auxiliaries are like, no, I freed them from their bonds of defiance, and it didn't work. All right, that's another crappy ass card. We go to eat. I eat 1. I'm down to 13 supplies. We go to the Zeds phase. Beginning of this phase, +1 activated. Yeah. +1 thing per Zeds unit on the suburbs track. That's just 1. This goes up to 5. Place a new Zeds unit on the Zeds track start space. Bam, it's a 5er. And now Zeds pressure event, not doing it. Defending units receive no terrain shifts at all. Whoa. Even the mobile terrain shift, which is a little bit gross. So then anyway, this comes in, this goes up. It's human advantage because there's a 3 to a 2. And I have a battle X train, so it's actually human times 2. So the terrain shift and the mobile terrain shift would have maybe human times 3. We'll see if that matters. I rolled an 8. Human times 2 with an 8. It does not matter. 3 damage. Dead skis. And it still goes up with them, right? Yeah, there's another unit that it's like, I think the riot squad. And then this guy comes out. All right, event actions 2. Perfect. I mean, we were just pot committed to this super weapon strategy. So, ding, ding. I need a 4, 5, or a 6. Woof. Ding, ding. 4, 5, or a 6. Crappy. Ding, ding. This is killing all my resources. Spent 3 actions, 3 supplies, nothing to show for it. Wow. Resource is indeed stalled. Well, that could have gone better. This is out. This refreshes. Next card. Oh, gotta be kidding me. Zeds pressure event. No, thank you. This goes up 4. It goes up from 6 to 10. All tracks activate with each Zeds unit advancing 1 space. However, if it results in activation that went to combat, it repeats. This goes up. This goes in. This goes up. It's a human advantage with a terrain shift, so human times 2. I win, no damage. We are going to do a saving roll for Hellraiser. She saves on a 1, 2, or 3. She's dead on a 4, 5, or 6. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Wolf. So she's still around. The joys. These guys go up. This goes up. This guy goes up. Zedhemoth, 2, 2. And that's it. So 2 special events done. Next round, not a special event. It takes a village. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. At the beginning of this phase, you place 1 villagers, refugee, or civilian unit on any track with a new regular Zeds unit. Woof. This is going well. Place the replace unit in the hospital on its reduced strength side with an EKG marker. Activating the highway track and the mountain track. Man, they are going for the mountain track. That's crazy. That mountain track was mountain track, mountain track, mountain track, mountain track. Holy cow. Wait, did I forget to move? When did he come out? He came out here. And they got swept up, so they should be have a 3 gap. I just forgot to move him on the last activation. And then he joined him in the campground. Yikes. This could be going better. I'm going to replace you, EKG, with a new regular Zeds unit, putting him in the same spot as the Furies. Oh my gosh, there's like a weird string in here that I keep getting caught on. All right, there we go. Coming out. 7. Holy shit. That goes in, this goes up. It is a 6 to a 7. Becomes human advantage thanks to the terrain shift. I pulled up friggin' 7. I rolled an 8. Nope. It becomes equal to thanks to the terrain shift. 2 damage to the Zeds, 2 damage to the Furies. This guy backs up at least. I can do a tough roll. I cancel. I can do a tough roll. I cancel again. We do have the Zed Siren, which makes me happy. But as I have to spend an action for this. Yikes. All right. What am I talking about? All right. So this can come off. Tunnel track. This goes up. Candy corn. Nope. Never been. Hold on a sec. We do a catacombs roll. 6. He's lost. Rolling again. 2. You've got to be fucking kidding me. So the Zedhemoth comes here. This goes up. We do our combat. It's a 3 with the terrain shift, so it's a Zeds times 3 becomes Zeds times 2 because of the terrain shift. I need a huge roll, a 3, not gonna do it. That's 4 damage. This guy is just dead. That's Zeds controlled now, and we have an unchecked outbreak. I rolled a 10. That's better. This can come off because she's on the start track now. So Fate Track, we have to have a Super Zeds coming out where? Super Zeds is coming out in the mountain. Oh, good timing for this. So we get our second Super Zeds in the mountain track, and that's when they go into the campground. It is the Brain Zeds. So he got lost, came out number 2. 5 moves into the catacombs. This guy moves here. Now we activate the mountain track. As they come in, I'm playing the City Planner Strike Back to eliminate this as it tries to enter a town space, because I do not want to take on a 9. 6 is bad enough. So that unfortunately had to be used fairly quickly. The Brain Zeds comes in, and the 5 comes in. Okay. 2 event actions. We are going to use an action and a gunfire attack of a 4 with Rusty Stub. A That's a 10. That's what I'm talking about. That's 3 damage. Flip. I did not take any ammo because first gunfire attack costs 0 ammo. Oh, that brain Zeds is nasty. Zedhemoth down here is nasty. Like, woof. All of this is super gross. Alright, doing a gunfire attack of a 4 with a bullet this time. I would like at least a 7. There we go. 6 and a 1 don't show up. That's 2 damage. This guy's dead. And I have to get the super weapon. Supply, I need a 4, 5, or a 6. I rolled a fucking 2. Oh my god, this is not my day. This is not my day. Started off so good. I need to get through these early research cards. Alright, that's done. Next event. Bam! Working a double shift. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. For our 1, I will move the train here, which then it immediately flips back. Infection level just stays there because she's at home. I'm rolling a die. 2 dice. I need higher than a 3. I rolled a 3. So, regular infection, not a super Zeds because it was not an unchecked outbreak. We are getting a regular Zeds where? Oop, that's the wrong card. We're getting a regular Zeds where? In the forest. It's a play this card now. You've got to be kidding me. Forest track gets a regular Zeds, and this is even freaking grosser because we have no chaos markers there. This has to come here, which means that this goes up. We have a 5 to a 4 with a terrain shift, so it's equal to. I rolled a 6. That's gross. 1 damage. 2 damage. And I have to retreat. This becomes fleeing. This gets a candy corn. And as a result of that, I also have to lose 2 supplies. So that's looking gross. And 1 ammo. Another play this card now. Amazing. So, eat. I have to eat 1, so down to 6 supplies. Zeds are activating on the mountain track, so this comes in. Candy corn. This comes in. And on the highway track, oh, that's really gross. This comes in. This goes up. It's a 12 to a 6, which is Zeds times 2. Becomes Zeds advantage because of the terrain shift. Big roll, please. And I used all my big rolls up, apparently. So this, no damage, candy corn. I would have taken 3 damage. So actually, let me tough roll. I do not cancel the first. I cancel the second. I do not cancel the third. Woof. This is a problem. During this phase, I can increase infection up to 3 times 2. For each thing, I can do a free heal action or a free research action. Alright. Increasing the infection to do a research action, spending a supply. Hey! We got through, kids. Heal up to 2 civilians by 1 unit each. This should have refreshed, and I have 3 event actions. With normal decreases, when veteran reporters from the Clarion Courier went to the lab for a story, they realized there was something they could do to really help, and that was to get the word out, help people prepare. So I can heal up to 2 civilians. This is a special civilian, so I'm going to do that. This goes down. You can only heal once a turn. So So that's one heal there, a second heal there. This goes down. I'm going to increase infection. I can do this 3 times. I did it once. I can get 2 more heals. So infection would go up and then go back down because of a heal. So I can heal this guy. And I can heal this guy. Alrighty then. Alright, I have 3 event actions left. I've already researched this turn, so I can't research again. But this is good because now I can do other stuff. We're going to do a free gunfire attack of a 4 with my first event action, and we still have this too. First event action, gunfire attack of a 4 against the brain Zeds. I rolled a 7. That's 2 damage. Oh, Johnson actually rolls a double shift, so he's actually doing a gunfire attack of a 5. So I should attack with him now for the rest of this stuff. I'm gonna use an action and a bullet down to 3 bullets. Gunfire attack of a 5. I rolled an 8. That's 3 damage. And I will use another gunfire. I don't know how I don't. Yeah, another gunfire attack of a 5. I rolled a 4. 1 damage. We've killed the brain Zeds. They come out of the game. I have this player action here. I think we are training some civilians because I have to get that done. So we have trained this civilians. We definitely have to get some heals. We have this siren. What's that? A 5 double shift. I think that's okay. This Zed Hemoth getting lost and coming there was really bad. We need a 4, 5, or a 6. We're finally in the late research cards. I get that done real early, and then I can start using a G for many other things, which will be helpful. All right. We have 2 bullets and 5 supplies, which is not great. And Noelle is still chilling because her saving roll went very poorly. All right. Well, well if you're a Zeds, but poorly otherwise. That's done. Good news is we've done 2 of the special events. So there's only 2 left. Events, Flaming Zeds. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. Highway track and the forest track are active. And suburbs track and so everything I said was wrong. Suburbs track and the assault. Suburbs track and the mountain track are activating. All right, so I'm going to I think we're keeping you at Farmingdale University. Raiders, Rangers, 4-1. All right, I'll move. Both of these are in a bad spot. I'll move this 1 just closer to home. Remember, as soon as I do a heal, I'm going to get another rumor out. Probably should do that now. The deck's pretty rich and hold for later cards. Infection, no. Hellraiser's on the start space, so I don't have to worry about that. Zeds phase. During this phase, each Zeds unit or Zeds mob that enters or leaves a chaos space receives 2 shift to their side on its hand-to-hand. Each Zeds unit that enters or leaves a chaos space also suffers 1 hit after its move before Attribute, but only after combat is resolved. This applies to both units in an affected Zeds mob. And then there's a pressure event. Who cares? Oh, that's super gross. Oh, that's horrendous. I hate this more than anything else in the world. All right, this comes in. This goes up. Enters or leaves. So it's attacking. It's a 5 to a 3. It was supposed to be 2 shift my way, but now it's canceled. So it stays Zed's advantage. But I get a shift as well because I'm Fire X trained. So it's actually equal to, or would have been human times 2 if not for the Flaming Zeds. Big roll. 9. I will take it. So 2 damage to the Zeds and he retreats. 1 damage to me. And also because he entered or leave the Zed a chaos space, he gets another damage. So he's actually flipped. That worked out fairly well. So I did that track out of order. This track should have also gone. Whatever. So that doesn't do anything. He did leave a chaos space though, so he takes a damage. Perfection. All right. Do I want to do that? Probably. So, action phase, I get 2 actions. Yowza. Seven is really gross. They don't do gunfire attacks. 2 actions. I'm hell-bent on the super weapon. Action 4, 5, or 6, please. Ugh. Action 4, 5, or 6, please. Action 4, 5, or 6, please. You've got to be kidding me. This is why you don't chase the super weapon without a G. That was really gross. I'm going to do Mother of Pearl. This goes up 3. And I'm going to use that last action to move Johnson. No. I'm not going to do it. No Pearl. It is what it is. End of the round. Nothing. I'm rolling so good. I rolled so good early. It just used it all up. Here we go. Highway Night Assault. Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. That's not going to end well. Shit. I need a 10 or higher. All right. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. 4R. I don't think you're surviving, Miss Little Refugees over there. So this guy comes in. Ooh, I could do a mobile terrain shift. I need to look up something in the dossier. So if Mr. Johnson withdraws, does he bring every unit with him? I know like Piazza's units. Piazza has that ability. Mr. Johnson. H.I. Johnson. Ah. Wonder if I set a trap with Johnson. I don't know if it's gonna work. Nah, I think I just try to get these guys home. Not try to get too fancy. Alright, infection phase, any higher than a 2. I rolled a 5. Eat. I'm down to 4 supplies. That went quick. Zeds phase. Venus phase +1 for each Zeds unit. That's 2. Place a new Zed unit on the highway track start space. Oh, we have no terrain shifts anyway, so yeah, putting the train over there would not have helped. Don't be the 9. It's a 5. Alright, highway track activates twice. This goes in. This goes up. It's a Zeds times 2. I would like a 10 or higher, please. Oh, asking you shall receive. So that's an 11. So this flips. Well, it's only 5 on the other side. This goes down. I take 2 damage. I can cancel maybe. I don't cancel the first. I do cancel the second, but that is enough to flip me, which is a little bit unfortunate. This guy comes down. Activates again. This goes in. This goes up. It's a 10 to a 3. Yikes. That's Zeds times 3. Yeah, that math got real bad. A 10. Wolf. 1 damage. 2 damage, and I lose. So yeah, it's on 2. I get 2 damage. Can I cancel? I cancel the first. I do not cancel the second, so they have 1 left. These guys are devoured. This goes up 2. Saving roll. They're saved. They come here with an EKG marker. Man, I need Doc Seaver for some free heals. This goes up. Okay. I thought about I should the way that worked out. I wish I did what I was originally thinking about doing, but it might actually still make some sense. All right, so the activations are done. Miss all the way up to freaking 8 again. 1 event action. That's not enough. Man, I just do not have enough actions. I'm using this event action. I take this train here with Mr. Johnson. That immediately gives me 2 more event actions. And gets a mobile terrain unit there. Hopefully the highway track does not activate next turn. I'm using an action and a supply to heal the Furies, and that goes down. So I can get them back to their full strength side next turn. I'm going to do a research. I need a 4, 5, or a 6. That's a 3. I'm just 1 off the whole game. 4, 5, or 6. There we go. Late research. We couldn't reproduce this. Wow. Hold for later. I did not get my super weapon, but we got something. So 4, 5, or 6 remains. Play at any time to flip the result of any one die so that you apply the bottom numbers instead of those on top. They laughed at the man who found moldy bread and saw penicillin. Sometimes a fluke discovery occurs under circumstances that can never be repeated nor understood. It is what rival scientists call luck. Use the still current research cards next research again. Getting very close over here. We still have the Zedhemoth chilling in the tunnel, and the highway track is on the verge of combusting. Other than that, we're doing great. This goes down. This is out. Event. Mountain Knight Assault. Well, glad it doesn't activate twice. Wolf. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. Infection level, I need to roll. I need higher than a 7. I rolled a 3. Ugh. Boy. Fate card, be good. Hey! Where most chaos is definitely the mountain track. Oh, that sucks. And we lose. Yeah, we lose. I gotta put a unit there. We're activating the highway track. Nothing I can do about it. I meant to move Johnson in there too. Or I'm someone in there too, and I ran out of actions. Yeah, because right now I gotta put a regular Zeds here because it's the closest chaos marker. And then as soon as that activates, that goes in. What a unfortunate turn of events that was. So didn't even make it through chapter 2. That was gross. Oh, such a good array of heroes too. I wonder if you like. I almost wonder if I play this without a G and just forget super weapon. I just wonder if with everything else that I had possible with auto, and if I start training people. Yeah, I think the only thing I could have done is I increased this by 3 last round. I know I reduced it by 3. I moved this unit out, which I really should have done with a unit right there. They restore order. This goes up to an 8. This guy, most chaos is still there. This guy goes there instead of onto there. It's just too risky. I just play it out that way. So I don't want to start over, and I don't want to put this away yet. So we're gonna audible that one thing because we can. So infection phase is done. We get the man with no name. At the beginning of this phase, we get +1 for each unit there. There are now 2. And we place a Zed unit on the mountain starch space. And then we activate the highway track once. We don't get any terrain shift, though, which really sucks. Because this comes down now. This goes up. It is a Zed's advantage. Even being trained, I rolled a 10. That's nice. So 2 damage. Flips that. 1 damage. And he comes in. And this goes up. 1 action here. I'm going to spend this in a thing and a heal. It's a 9 to a 4 with a double shift becomes equal to Jesus. And I have to get this weapon. 4, 5, or 6, please. There we go. Zed's a natural selection. Still did not get the weapon. So I got the bottom 5. You saw me roll those dice. The bottom 5 are the ones with the exclamation points. So no weapon yet. When this is the current research, when placing any new Zeds unit or Super Zeds unit, draw 2 and choose which one of them to place. While throwing everything that the lab team can think of at the Zeds, occasionally things seem to work out, but in this desperate haste, it can be hard to keep track of exactly what combination of things is actually working, or more importantly, why. I need a supply every time I do this, but thank God I have Rusty to make my foraging a little bit more efficient. I need a 4, 5, or 6 again. Done. Done. This goes away. Next card. Farce, I've got all 4 of the assaults. Oh, what a garbage joke that is. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers, 4R. This guy comes in. And I will flip this to get that train back. Infection, I need higher than a 10. I rolled a 7. 10 down to 3. Fate card. Hey, it's a hold for later. We got a new unit on the highway track. It's gonna go with Innsbruck. I can, before hand-to-hand combat, I can make a 2-strength gunfire attack. Woof. Getting all the big ones out. All right. Before this, I get +1 for each unit on the forest track, so that's 2. Place a new Zeds unit on the forest tracks. That's going to make it that much harder to kill Hellraiser. No terrain shifts. Again, 7 comes out. Again, 5-4 means Zed's advantage because I can't get the terrain shifts. I rolled a 6, not as lucky this time. That's 3 damage. 1 damage to it. My trained unit is dead. Not trying to save it. Candy corn in the farm. These guys come up, and now Hellraiser is going to make our infection level start going haywire, and I have no ability to deal with her anytime soon, which is awesome. 2 event actions. By awesome, I mean not so awesome. Super Zeds, please. I'm going to spend a supply in an action. Need 4, 5, or 6. I rolled a 2. Supply action. No more supplies. I rolled a 4. Excellent. Well, that's good. Oh my gosh, dude. The 4 cards in the bottom are all super weapons. The final component is not in the last place. Place it in. Otherwise, shuffle this card back to the research deck. Continue your research. You find this again. Eureka! So this is, and I need literally, next research needs only a 6. I've had no cards that flip through these decks at all. The Super Z strategy really just blew up in my face. And we'll randomize this again. Just did not. I did all the effort and I'm getting none of the benefit. It's like literally not good. All right. I have no resources. A bunch of holds for laters. And I have to spend supplies again, and I have no supplies. So bad. So not very good. So I have to spend this. Forge with Rusty Staub. I rolled a 1. I get a supply. Because he always gets a supply in addition to anything else. Even if the forge fails. Dunskies. This is out. Next event. God, this has gone poorly. Something wicked came my way. Raiders, Rangers, Refuge, Rescuers. I need to roll for infection. This goes up because of Hellraiser. I rolled a 7. I'm on a 7. Guess what? Fate card. Another hold for later. That's super nice. Play during the action phase to make a gunfire attack. That would be super good on anything in the 0 or the 1 space. I like it. Tunnel track gets a Z. The place that Z's controlled. This goes here. This goes back up because it's stack limited. Eat. I need to roll higher than a 4. Woof. I rolled a 3. Spend a supply. That sucks. Zeds, beginning of this phase. Pressure event. Nope. Then for each cataclysm space, roll a die. Cataclysm space number 3. I rolled a 6, no effect. Cataclysm space number 5. I rolled a 6, no effect. There's my big rolls. And we're activating all of the tracks. This comes in. This goes up. We're doing a human times 2, human times 3. I rolled an 8. That's dead. This guy goes up. These guys go up. This guy comes in. This goes up. It's a 9 to a 4. Which is a Zeds times 2, double shift to equal to. I rolled a 9, 2 damage, 1 damage. He flips. This guy comes up. When did he get there? Mountain Knight Assault. That's done, and then these guys come in. This goes up. It's a double terrain shift. It is a 10 to a 6. That's Zed's advantage. It becomes equal to a human advantage. Wolf. Human advantage. A 6. 2 and 2. I can make it a 3 and 1. Human advantage. I'll make it a 2 and 2. They retreat. This guy's dead. This guy gets 1. This guy moves up. 2 damage to the Furies. Try to cancel. I cancel the first, and I cancel the second. Catacombs up. Catacombs roll for this dude. He rolls a 5. He remains. Catacombs roll for this dude. He rolls a 5. He remains. This guy joins. And Dunskies. 3 event actions. I will take it. I'm going to play the Farmingdale Cannon. I'm doing a gunshot strike of a 5 versus any number 1 space. I'm going to do it on the tunnel track. Doesn't have to be above ground. It does not cost any ammo and does not get super weapon benefits. Well, I don't have the super weapon yet, so don't worry about that, kiddo. Gonna roll and 6. I can make that 6 into a 7. Seems not crazy. I mean, make that 6 into an 8. 6 does 2 damage. 8 does 3. Man, I have very few bullets. Nope. Just gonna do the 2. Then roll this card. On a 6, I keep it. I keep it. I'm gonna do it again. It does not cost an action. Alright. Heck yeah. Gunfire attack of a 5 on the Zedhemoth. I rolled a 4. That's gross. I can make it a 10. Do I feel like there's gonna be so many better places for this. Great. Now I'm just gonna flip him over. And then I roll a 6, please. I roll a 6. I keep it. Gunfire attack of a 5. A 7. 2 damage. I roll a 6 and keep it. No, I rolled a 1. Thank you, Memorial Cannon. Great. That was interesting. All right, I'm going to move here with Rusty. I'm going to do a gunfire attack with Rusty for free. Gunfire attack of a 4. I rolled a 5. 1 damage is enough to kill this guy. Right, that was on a 2, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, it gets a bit of a glare over here. I have made no barricades. That's super great. I'm going to it's all going so well. I have 3 candy corn left in there. Great. That's great. I'm going to forage with Rusty. A 2, we get a supply. I'm going to research the supply. I need a 4, 5, or 6. I rolled a 3. Of course I did. Alright, that's enough. Out. This flips. Events. A hero arrives. All right, raiders, refugees, rescue, blah, 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 all that. This comes in. That's one. This train will flip. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't want to move Rusty at Mr. Johnson at this point. So that's done. This guy comes in. The infection level goes up. They go there. I draw a fate card. We get a rumor where. We get a, oh dear God, we get a rumor in the mountain. And it goes to where, with the strongest Zed unit or Zed mob on that track, it goes here. That's good placement. St. Thomas Historic Grave bursts on dead. We get 2 regular Zeds on St. Thomas. That's out. That was a 4-hour phase. Infection phase, this goes up because of Hellraiser. I rolled 2 dice. I rolled a 7. Eat, I need higher than a 5. Oh, I rolled a 6. Look at me. All right, Zeds activate on the forest track. It's a big bad 15 coming in there. Hellraiser comes in there. Oh, this all should have come down. Highway track doesn't have a Zeds unit, so we're going to put one out. I'm sorry, the suburbs track doesn't have a Zeds unit, so we put one out. Oh, an 8, wolf. And highway track, this goes in, this goes up. It is 10 to a 6, which is Zed's advantage. We get a double shift, 1 for the terrain, 1 because of the mobile, the train that's there. So we get to 11. They stack. Oh, a 10 is huge, 3 damage. I will flip you. And this guy can't come in. 2 event actions. At the beginning of this phase, place a new random available hero in our 10 center any start space. I have 17 heroes left. I rolled a 9, counting from the top. Wilson. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We have Captain Piazza, which would be great if I had any ammo, but I do not. Captain Piazza. She can move 5. She can long range gunfire attacks. Her gun strength is based only on range. 2 spaces. She has a gunfire attack of 4. 3 spaces away, gunfire attack of 3. She's adjacent, gunfire attack of 2. Ammunition crafting. She can craft her own ammo and then shoot. Spend 2 actions to make a gunfire attack using 0 ammo. This may be done multiple times for action phase. And then Overwatch. After she makes a gunfire attack, she may withdraw, move away from her target by 1 space. Any player unit in her space, except in town center, may be moved with her, including Defiant Civilians. Remove their Defiant marker. Donskis. We are going to get 2 event actions, which I already did. Done, and done. What is up? All right. No comments there. We have a rumor that I would like. I'm going to do an action and a gunfire attack of a 4 for free with Rusty. Gunfire attack of a 4, 7, 2 damage on you. I'll write it in. I am not spending actions on healing at all. The Zed Siren was not the rumor of dreams, I'm not going to lie. Could have been better, could have been worse. It's one of those things. Rusty is going to forage. Can I actually roll? Oh, great. I get a supply and another supply. And then I'm going to do this and spend a supply. 4, 5, or 6, please. No, I'm just never getting the super weapon. It is just not happening. Why am I even trying? Marcel, I don't know that the civilians also have a saving roll. All the years I played this wrong. Oh yeah, everyone has a saving roll. Refugees have a saving roll. Civilians have a saving roll. Villagers, it's, we just do it. Oh, I should get Piazza out here. Piazza! Here you are. Do-do-do. This is going poorly. I mean, if my rolls for the research were just so bad. But let's see what happens. Again, we had the one thing where I was like, I shouldn't have left that unprotected. And yeah, that's the danger of putting a candy corn right next to town center, because outbreaks. Raiders, Rangers, refugees, rescuers, nothing. Infection level, it goes up. I have to roll. I need higher than a 7. I rolled an 8. Don't show off. Eat. I spend my 1 supply. Tunnel track activates twice. Zeds stumble out of the tunnel into Farmingdale. At the end of this phase, they do some things. So let's do the phase first. So this guy goes in. This goes up. It's a 6 to a 4, but I have a double shift. So we're going to go to human advantage. And I rolled an 8. Human advantage, 3 damage. Zedhemoth is out. So much better than the Iron Zed. And 1 damage to our elite forces. 2 Super Zeds out the game. This guy is lost, maybe? Yes, he is lost. I predicted it. I rolled a 1. Gotta be kidding me. So he loses, he gets lost, and he goes there. The 5 is now making a Catacombs roll. He's stuck. The 2 is making a Catacombs roll. He moves normally, which makes a candy corn onto Dr. Martuse's face. That was the first roll. The second activation of the tunnel track is this. In, up, amazing. It's human advantage. I rolled crappy. I rolled a 5, 2 damage. 2 damage. All right, this guy goes in here. Catacombs roll for the 5er. He rolls a 5. He's just really, really stuck. At the end of this, everyone moves. All right, if they're on space 3, they move, or 5, they move to the farm. First, they make a Catacombs roll. So this guy's trying to move to the farm. He moves normally. Stack limited goes there. This guy's trying to move to the farm. He moves normally. Stack limited there. Oh, wait. The 2 was not stack limited. And, I wonder which one would have moved first. It has 3 listed first. I'm going to go with that. I wonder. Now, the 5 would have probably moved first because of strength. And remember, the Hellraiser does not contribute to stack limiting. So that is done. The Catacombs, the tunnel track, looks a lot cleaner now. So if we can kill this guy, we can start getting some of those candy corns off the board. Great. We already killed the 1 diamond guy, so probably don't want to kill the other one. Is for real. Action. Ding. Bam. 1 event action. Don't don't give me too much. I don't, whatever. So action, bullet. Oh no, man. I need super Zeds. So I need super weapons so freaking bad. Action, forage. I rolled a 5, 2 supplies. Action, supply, 4, 5, or 6, please. I don't know what that is. It was on a thing. 4. Yes. I mean, it fell on this, and it was like a 1, but a 4, and like it was ambiguous enough that I'm re-rolling it. There we go. Oh, the antidote breakthrough. You have to be kidding me. All right. Oh, first off, I should have put the final component in the lab. So I screwed that up. I should have put the final component in the lab. If the final component's in the lab, flip it over and place the antidote marker on the infection track, then place this card in the research discard pile. Now, as long as that's there, we go down every round, so it basically just negates Hellraiser. Look at that. That's a thing. Okay. Well, I've literally researched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. I have nary a super weapon component. No, 11 times. I've researched 11 times with no super weapon components. It's a thing, man. That's crazy. Out. Done. Next event. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Yes, that's how I feel. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. Every track is activating. Everything is awesome. Okay. Remove all hit markers from Zeds. That sucks. Oh, God, that's really bad. That is horrendously bad. I could move these trains somewhere. I'm just tempted to. In one action. God, so bad. This is not good. All right, I'm gonna move this train here. It's now outbound. I'm gonna move it again to give some extra bump here. Infection level, it goes up. It says no, but it still goes up, but then it goes down, so it stays the same. Eat, I need higher than a 5. I rolled a 6, look at me. Zeds, the beginning phase, place a new Zeds marker at the beginning of every track. Apply stacking limit if necessary. Niner, woof, the suburbs track just got really crappy. Oh, he would have come in here. To be honest, I need some stuff. The train could have brought him back. There's no reason to leave him in the university. He's just a sitting duck. So 5 new Zeds units come out. Remove all hit markers from Zeds units. So that's gone. That's 2 wounds, 5 wounds, 7 wounds. This might be the most I ever took away. That's too much. A lot of wasted attacks. And now all of the tracks activate. So 17 goes in there. 5 comes in here with the candy corn. 15 goes up there. These guys go here. This goes here. This goes here. There's a lot of units on the forest track. This goes in. This goes up. It is 6 to a 4, which is Zed's advantage. We do a triple shift with a terrain. It's a human times 2. That's a 12. That's nice. 4 damage. Up, up. These come in. This goes up. It is Zed's times Zed's advantage becomes human advantage. A 10. That will do. 3 damage. Kill this guy. This comes up. This goes up. And then down here, this comes in. This goes up. It is Zed's times 3 with a double shift to Zed's advantage. That's a 6. Woof. Oh, man. I'm getting it from all sides. I could do. I can't do an unchecked outbreak because I. Oh no! I should have done. A man with no name made too much sense to not do there. So it would have been another. So Zed's advantage. I triple shifted. I know this is jacked up, but I definitely should have done this. I should have been human times 2. So that's out, and then 2 damage, 1 damage. I think I'm still. Do I do a saving roll? Yeah, saving roll. I succeed. Oh, that's bad because I'm having an outbreak now. Great. Outbreak. I succeed. I'm going to kick you out. I'm never healing you enough. She's got the diamond track. Never mind. A G can clear up that. I won't save him. He's just dead. Nope. I won't save you, sir. Sorry. All right. But I did get 2 damage and pushed him back. Excellent. I've kind of got to get these guys back in. Could have left them at the university and had the train carry them. That'd have been so much better. All right, 1 event action. That's not enough. What is this? 3? So that's human times 3 there. I'm going to spend this in an action. I need a 5 or a 6. Oh, first try. Antidote breakthrough. Oh, give me a super weapon. Thank God. I have a super weapon, guys. Zeds treats 1 more damage every time I'm defending. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's kind of where this is going. And then I will spend an action to do the fire hoses. I need higher than a 5. I rolled a 6. I can push you guys back. And then I will do Mother of Invention to get another action, which does give me a unchecked outbreak. 11. What a roll. So that goes down to 2. And we're getting a Super Zeds. We're drawing a fake card. Play when you action phase when you have a player in the Dr. Bertucci's office to turn over the next card on the research deck for free. That actually works really well with a G. Doom Zeds are going to go in the tunnel track. Oh, that's gross. They go there. Well, that's a thing. And I'm going to spend that action I got to move them there. In the refresh phase, we're going to refresh this, going to refresh this. Going to raise that to restore order there. We have 2 candy corns left. Just cannot keep candy corns on the 1 spaces. Oh, Forest Track, why are you a mess? All right, done. Action phase. Bam. Standing strong as standing alone. Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers. For our 1, I will flip you, because I am going to want to get you back eventually. Infection levels goes down, goes up. Eat 0. Highway track activates. This goes in, this goes up. It is 10 to a 6. It becomes human advantage. A 5. That's fine. 2 damage, 2 damage. I can potentially cancel the 1. Do not cancel the 2nd. You retreat. And this goes up. Suburbs track 17 goes up into there. Pressure events we don't do. Action phase, this goes up. I'm going to spend an action to forge with dude. Excellent. We're in a town space. I'm going to get a supply and another supply, spending a supply and an action to heal the Furies, which reduces this. Man, if that nuclear meltdown happens, nuclear, it's a tough word, happens, I am in trouble. Oh, that Doom Zeds is really not good, and nothing's giving me ammo. Yeah, I want to get that rumor in case it's awesome. Action, free gunfire attack of a 4 with Rusty. I rolled a 7. That's 2 damage. This guy is dead. So now I can get that rumor next turn, or I can do a G now. Yeah, I have no supplies to even think about barricades. That's like not a thing. That is not a thing that's going to happen. Wait. Fresh murdered. What was my third action? I didn't research this turn, right? I researched last turn. Right? Because yeah, yeah, I'm a gooberhead. I had the super weapon, so I should have done 1 more damage when defending. If you're gonna spend all the time getting it, you might as well use it, dummy. So I spent 3 actions. I sent 1 to forage, 1 to heal, 1 to shoot without spending ammo, and then I'm gonna do mother of and have another supply. Yeah, I really want to start blowing through these super weapons, man. The chaos marker one is a joke, but yeah, I'm gonna do mother invention. This goes up 3. 1, 2, 3. Spending this, I need a 4, 5, or a 6. I rolled a 6. Super weapon component. Act surprised. Brass knuckles. Another shift in hand-to-hand combat. This is definitely a Farmingdale Furies kind of game, kids. And hopefully I can get that rumor in 2 rounds. All right, event. Brains. This refreshes. This refreshes. Oh no. So, pressure event. This goes pressure event. Nothing. This goes up 3. All tracks activate. This activates. This comes in. This goes up for the game. We are at a 5 to a 3, which is Zed's advantage. It shifts 2, and then another one because of fire axes. I rolled a 6. 2 damage. 1 damage. This comes down. This comes in. This comes in. This comes in. This comes in. Activate. Activate. This comes in. This goes up. It is an 8 to a 6. Oh, another damage because Zed Streets. Don't forget, it's an important thing. That is an 8 to a 6, which is Zed's advantage. It double shifts to human advantage. A 6. 2 damage becomes 3 damage. We'll kill that. This comes up. Canceling hits, maybe. Canceled 1. Cannot cancel the other. Woof. This comes in. Candy corn. Woof. This comes in. This comes in. That's the end of that round. If the diamond track activates, we lose. No, not oh. Ah, come on. Mountain. It's gonna clog up my rumor. That sucks. Alrighty then. Tough Zeds. So Raiders, Rangers, Refugees, Rescuers, 4R1. I will bring this in just to get you him where I want him. Infection, down, up. Need to roll, need higher than 11. Guess what? I rolled a 9. This goes down to 2. We get a fate card. We're putting a new regular Zeds where? Regular Zeds. I can play it at any time for a -2. Fewest Zeds units. Fewest Zeds units is Mountain Track. Highway Track. Oh, this is also a candy corn. Wolf. Highway Track. Put a 5er there. Am I forgetting one somewhere? Nope. I'm on the verge of destruction. Eat 1. I can't. Just do a damage to a unit. Might as well be you. At the beginning of this phase, place a new Zeds unit on the Mountain Track start space. Place a tough marker on the strongest regular Zeds. Tough is so gross. The toughest regular Zeds is you, so he gets essentially cancels all hits on a 1, 2, or a 3. Super awesome. We activate the Mountain Track twice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Little conga line over there. And then we are getting 3 event actions. Spending an action with no ammo for a free gunfire attack with Rusty. I rolled a 3. That's not gonna do it. If I turn that into an 11, that's 3 damage. Yeah, I gotta do it. 3 damage. Let's flip him over. The Doom Zeds always win. That's a problem. Potentially push them back. When your unit is attacked. All right, we spend an action, move in here with Otto. Otto is a 3 to a 4, so it's Zed's advantage, but equal to because of the Zed's, the super weapon. Infection level goes up. So equal to, just need to do 1 damage. I rolled a 9. 2 damage, 1 damage, tough roll. Fuck. Nope. He can't do any more actions because he's on a chaos base now. He's also hurt. I'm going to spend an action to forage with Rusty. A 3 just gives me 1 supply. I'm spending an action. Maybe it's not worth researching. I'll spend an action. Heal these guys. This goes down. Get that back up to the 6. Single-handedly saving the highway track. And a candy corn on that spot. Infection level goes up. And we kick this off. And done. Next. Oh, we're already at chapter 3 cards in case you didn't realize. Because I didn't realize. Because why would I realize? Alright. Would have liked to have gotten that rumor. But of course that got more complicated than it was supposed to. Done. Fast Zeds. Awesome. 4R. Forest Track is activating twice, eh? That's just dandy. I can get someone there. Man. I'm tempted to move the train up to the forest track. Hellraiser's definitely coming in. which is nice. If I can actually kill her, then the effectiveness goes down one every round, which is nice, and it works really well with a G. Because then I could just use her mother of invention a lot more. Oh, it's 4R1. I'm sorry, it's not even 2. It's 4R1. Um, so shoot. Forest Track activating twice is gonna kill me. Oh yeah, I can't. I cannot hold off an 11, I don't think. Because that's advantage. It's not the craziest. Inflict one extra hit. That's not gonna matter. Alright. Well, yeah, I was thinking I could, if this train was there, I could just move a unit up but I didn't. I forgot that I can't. So essentially, we do have a double shift. Yeah, because that extra shift would have been nice. This guy is gonna be placed on the strongest regular unit, so he's gonna be fast and strong. He's everything. He's fast and tough, and he's just super cool. He's the best. Yeah, not moving. God, the highway track looks so much gooder now. Yeah, not moving anything. There's no things to move. I mean, I can get. Nope, I probably don't want to move him. I can move Piazza there. That's not helpful. Yeah, none of that matters. Getting +1 on my gunfire attacks might be interesting with Piazza, especially with her ammunition crafting. But alas, this is the moment of truth. Infection, down, up. I need higher than a 3. I rolled a 7. Zed's phase, being his phase, puts a new Zed unit on the forest track start space. We haven't done enough of that. We place the fast marker. And the forest track activates twice. If I lose this, game is over. This goes up. It is Zeds times 3, becomes Zed's advantage. I need an 8 or higher. Ah! That's why I should have saved the flipper thing. But I needed to. I was just getting too much pressure from too many tracks. I mean, the whole game really kind of fell apart. Sucks. Yeah, so he dies, and then they activate again. They come in, and I just cannot hold them off. But got really committed to the super weapons. It just was honestly just too little, too late. Yeah, and if I get that +1 in gunfire attacks and that Zed retreat, where they take 2 damage from gunfire hits, and then ammunition crafting, and then I can just try to start foraging with Otto gives me +1. Mr. Johnson can roll 2 dice. Rusty gives me the guaranteed supply, so I can just really forage. We get a G out here. She can start, getting some candy corns, assuming I can, take the free ammo and kill the Doom Zeds. That's -2. Infection would not have been a problem. The Zed Siren was just not a great rumor. What is this? The red phone. What do you do, red phone? What do you do? Spend an act or activate to launch a napalm strike. Select any above ground space +1 adjacent. Everything is eliminated. Place it. Wow. That would have been real strong, actually. If I could have gotten that, if this didn't go to shit and I was able to move there, get the red phone, I could have eliminated everything in those 2 spaces. That would have been super significant. And I could have So essentially, it wipes out everything in 2 spaces. You have to add a chaos marker though, so I could have done Sir Wipes a lot, taken off 2 chaos markers that I'm pretty sure weren't going to be needed in a second. Wiped out everything here and here. Put a no entry marker here, and that actually really opens up the game for me. Yeah, it's wild. No barricades sucked. I just didn't feel like I got a lot of actions early. That first chapter, all my action cards were like 1, 1, 2, 1. What was this? Yeah, it's 4, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So yeah, a lot of actions, and then I just was so action inefficient at my researching. Just rolled really, really poorly with a G, even with that +1. Even with that +1, that antidote breakthrough again. Hellraiser is such a nasty chapter 1 card, and then her saving roll is super gross. If you think about like from the moment I had this, like I never really got the benefit because I just, well, I guess I negated Hellraiser, right? But it didn't do much else for me. Um, and I just had to burn through supplies like crazy. I think I used 5 or 6 supplies in a row at the one point where research stalled. Yeah, that was really gross. Woo! All right, 30. It's 12:30 in Germany. I have to sleep. Good luck for the rest of the game. Bye. Thank you, Marcel. Have a good one. This it could have turned. Never really felt the top of it. Felt like it could have happened. I mean, the red phone would have been definitely the game changer. It just wasn't getting the actions. If I could have gotten that token, I I really, if I had known what it was, obviously I'd do it. I just, there's enough rumors in here that I'm like, it ain't that great. What is this? The police weapons locker. That sounds hopeful. Spend it any time to gain 5 ammo. Oh god. Oh, that would have been great. DARPA suit. Yeah, I think I got getting the Zed siren was like not great, and I never used it. It's not great on the Furies. I think I could have handed it off to someone, right? But if I roll natural doubles, they're eliminated. It's like, yay! I push you back, but I don't eliminate you. Yeah, it just seems like a lot of actions there. I do wonder if I didn't have a G, the way this is shaping up is like no science. It's like bam, a G, and I'm like, oh, like it's usually such a game changer. It just didn't really do everything I was hoping. That's Mortusa's journal. Yeah, if I got one more super weapon, the reality is I try to move a G down here. She has a diamond clearance. Get her to Martusa's office. Flip. Turn in the Farmingdale dossier. Get the last thing. Then I have 4 super weapon components. I don't use the gas grenades. I would have been 2 chaos limited, but that would have been tough. There were a lot of Zeds, man. Was not clearing them out. Didn't have a lot of ammo. No, that was a weird game. Weird game. Super good though. Definitely, like, I just compare the two. When I see people say that they like them both just as much, I don't get it. I don't know how you could love this game and love the alternate, the newer alternate as much, and I'm really just not trying to slam it too hard. This is just a much better game that delivers so much more. Um, for me, it just feels like so much more crunchy. But yeah, it's crazy. I didn't have any of my heroes die. I didn't have any of my heroic civilians die, and I just wasn't able to. I think part of it, the candy corns, the way the it really was Noel. I mean, this starts going up, and the more that just caused me to have outbreaks, and then all of a sudden I'm putting more Zeds. I mean, I think I had an outbreak, like 5 or 6 or 7 outbreaks, right? I mean, I had 3 super Zeds, 2 I already killed. Like that's a lot. That was a lot of outbreaks in a short amount of time for this game. So, but one day I'll get this victory on the channel. But this was a good time. Any questions, comments, epiphanies, things you would have done different? I just, if you're going research deck, I just don't know how you just don't go research deck. Like you just have to like sell out for it, right? But yeah, not getting any barricades out was really rough. And I mean, even Sarge, what I trained two of my civilians. This was a nice combo. I really having Johnson and the Furies just really hold down the highway track along with that train. Like that worked out really effectively. But I think that was like, I mean, literally the only track that was fine. I mean, the Zed Hemoth getting lost and I roll a 2. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, I mean, if I rolled a 5 and the Zed Hemoth eliminated, right, that whole track's a whole different thing. If I don't have to worry about this track, I can focus more on that track, right? I can have Otto up there. I mean, all of this track went to hell because I had the Zed Hemoth got lost and went to 1. The Zed Hemoth lost got to 2. Another dude got lost and went a 6 got lost and went to 1. You know, and now all of a sudden you have a candy corn there. So the Doom Zeds, when we have the break and it says tunnel, of course they go there instead of coming back here. So all of that, the tunnel track really, you know, I was fighting. This was fine, but all of a sudden I have 3 tracks that were just like a mess. I hold the mountain track down, but now I'm split here and here, and I just did not have the actions while I was still trying to go through the research deck to really fight both of those battles. But nah, it looked like it was starting so well. I was like, oh, this is great. And of course, didn't have a chance, even with a pretty huge mulligan in there. Still barely got it to chapter 3. So that is that. Hope you all enjoyed this. Definitely still absolutely love this game. I do want to get back to Uprising, and I have 2 patron challenges. So you'll probably see Uprising, Mage Knight, and Too Many Bones on the channel before too long. And then we'll kind of see, I mean, what else I can learn. Frostpunk is going to be a little bit. That's probably the next big new game I get on the channel. And I'll get back to Nature Incarnate when I damn well feel like it, which might be a little bit, not going to lie. Things, man, things. So that's it. This was super cool. Until next time, thanks for joining me and happy gaming.
Son.